Hi, my name is Ziomar Larkin, and today we will be discussing homelessness and its possible solutions. A homeless woman named Charlotte was asked to be videotaped for discussion about homelessness. She had used the last bottle of water she had to wash her face. She found the cleanest shirt she had and put it on. And finally, she asked her friend if she could borrow her hat because she said she wanted to look pretty. She says that the reason she became homeless was because she had a brain aneurysm and needed to pay for treatment. Charlotte says that she used to take the little things for granted, just like you and I. But when she lives in the streets, she feels as though people do not notice her. Imagine how that would feel to have hundreds of people walk by you every day and not look at you. To see people cross the street to the other side when you are sitting on the floor, to have to worry about where your next meal will come from, to question whether you should feed your dog or yourself. Now, when I tell you this story, I wonder how many people are surprised. Surprised that Charlotte wanted to look pretty, and surprised that she wanted to put on a clean shirt. Charlotte is just like you and me. She is no different from anyone else, nor does she fit into a category that society has created. She is her own person, an individual like us all. Can you remember the face of the last homeless person you saw? Do you remember what they looked like, what they were wearing? Do you remember if they were by themselves or with someone else? Do you remember if they were holding up a sign? Did you stop and even bother to read it? Most people can't remember. This is because, as News 74 describes it, the homeless people are the invisible population and are often unnoticed in society. It is sad to think that today's schools try to teach how wrong racism and sexism is, yet it is socially acceptable to allow our children to walk by people who are suffering and completely ignore them. A homeless person is a part of our society, just like you and me. The way we perceive homeless people in society is dehumanizing. We do not see them as the individual humans that they are. They are called the homeless as if their lack of a home is all we need to know. We need to think about homeless people as not just a group who can be easily set aside in one category, but as who homeless people are: individual men, women, and children. It is important to change our view of how we see homeless people, because if we do not change our way of thinking, we will not be able to see a person's potential, only their faults. 17% of people in America are homeless. 17% of missed opportunities and minds that could be used to create a better future. Over 32,000 college students and over 1 million kids that, if given the right opportunity, will grow into a person that completely changes the world. It is not reasonable to have a state that has hundreds of men, women, and children sitting on the side of the street with no food or water. What has begun to become a norm in society must stop. Albert Einstein says the world is a dangerous place, not because of those who do evil, but because of those who look and do nothing. Instead of judging people who do not have a home as deserving of their plight, we could view them as vulnerable humans down on their luck. The homeless did not make themselves this way. The homeless were just simply dealt a bad hand. To solve homelessness, we must educate and reteach people empathy and compassion. As humans, our natural instinct is to help people who are in trouble. Sophomore year, I took AP Psychology, where I learned how the smallest experience can unconsciously determine our lives. This information allowed me to open my eyes to the world around me and understand the uniqueness of all people. By changing our perception of the homeless, we can change the way we react to their situation and eventually make a difference. I took AP Psychology to open my mind for understanding, but with conscious effort and open-mindedness, we can find a solution to the problem. We must all rise together to fight this crisis, because people do not choose to be homeless. They are the result of many problems that can and must be solved. Thank you.